Alright, so this video, right? I got to play Sonic Crossworlds. I was supposed to make this video a week ago. I got to play Sonic Crossworlds, and basically, this video is about like, I feel like they should have another beta, one more beta before the game comes out. And the reason why is because there was a lot of things in this beta that like weren't finished or weren't balanced, but in a good way, like so that we can show you like what should be adjusted by the time the game comes out. Because these games, like, I'm not even gonna hold my words, these games are better than Mario Kart. They always are. It's just when you have something like this where like your online is kind of like just straight chaos, it kind of diminishes the quality of your game. I get what they were going for here too. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play some vids. Give me some music. Hold on. Okay. Some music. All right, so I'm gonna play this video and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So I'm racing normal, as you can see. And then I just fall. So I tried again. Maybe it was something. I thought it was something on my end. So I did it again, fall. And it just kept happening. And I was just like, oh, this gotta be a glitch, which it was, right? So it's clearly a glitch that's going on here. So that's one thing right there that let me fix this 1 second. It was low to you guys, but it was probably loud. It was really loud to me. But basically, that's a glitch there that they need to fix. Obviously, they're gonna work on that. That's a game-breaking glitch. You don't want to have that, right? So that's one thing. The next thing, I had all the videos ready. It's just labeled. It was just labeled for this. This race is weird. Okay. And this happened multiple times as I was playing. See if you notice anything strange. So I finished this race. It cut off right there, but basically, I finished this race, and I finished the race in 6th place, which automatically just wasn't even mathematically correct. Okay, because if you look at the map, the only people that was in front of me was a Sonic, a Amy, and a Cream, and then the other Sonic that was there. You see, it says 6th place right in front of you, right? So, and then for some reason, this is something that they need to fix too. Every time you're at the finish line, the like you're placing in the race and it just disappears. I don't know why that is. They gotta, that's something they just gotta fix. Like, just put that back in the game. There's no reason for that. It just disappears. Like, you be in 1st place, you get to the finish line and you're placing, it won't tell you that you're in 1st place anymore, and it causes these issues. Okay, so clearly that was the 6th place Sonic. Another thing here too. Now, before that, I used a warp. Okay, he had the it's called the black hole wisp, right? So I'm over him. I'm using the warp. He's the black hole wisp. It didn't look like it countered it because right here it still hits him, right? But even though it hit him, he's still in front of me. How is that possible? I don't know. So then that person was in 5th place, right? And then I hit the boost, and as you can see on the left, the upper left side, I have the like, because I was in like 7th place, so I had like a special boost, which is like, it's like a triple boost or whatever. It makes you go like the boost level 4 speed. Now the person that's next to me, which is the cream, again, cream is right there on the map. You can see it. I hit this boost right here, and she's still faster than me, but she has no boost. She has no boost, but she was still faster than me. And then I had another clip that was similar here. I think it was might have been this one. Let's see. Okay. So this race, I believe, is very similar. So you see, I'm in. Just look at my placement, okay? I'm in 3rd right now. Now I'm in 1st. 1st again. This is Sonic. There's something here, right, where I have this equipment on me where basically if somebody bumps into me, it gives me a speed boost. But as you can see, Sonic didn't. It's not that he didn't have it. I think what is going on here is that the online doesn't show when the person next to you boosts other than hitting the panels, because they clearly are going faster than you. And then this is the second glitch. Watch this. I'm in 3rd place, okay? And the person that was in 2nd place, OG Classic Sonic, right? Now go back, watch this. OG Classic Sonic is right there. That's him. He got hit. It shows it in the game. So he got hit, he slowed down. He also got hit by the person who passed me, which was the Amy, right? That's the Amy right there. The OG Classic Sonic is right there on the map behind me. You see him. Tails is even waving at him. He's like, yo, I'm out. Hola, right? So clearly it's only Amy and me. I'm right behind her. I should be 2nd place. But as you saw, I'm 3rd place. How's that possible? That's another thing that was going on in the betas a lot. Like, it happened to me multiple times, and it was really pissing me off. I'm like, bro, like, I'm clearly in 1st or whatever, and you're telling me I'm not. Like, he's back there. Like, it showed that he got hit on the screen twice. What are you telling me? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, hold on 1 second. That was that, right? This one, I think it happened somewhere here. Oh yeah, here. This is another thing I didn't like either. Okay, so clearly, let's back it up a little bit more. All right, again, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, right? It says I'm in 2nd, even though he was clearly behind me. But whatever. Like, once you get here to this finish line part, right? It disappears. Shadow's in front of me, right? He got flattened. There's Eggman or whatever. He got hit. That's the same Shadow or whatever that passes me. I don't know how. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You saw it with your eyes that I finished with 1st place. But then the Shadow that's next to me passes me, right? But he actually didn't pass me. There's two things wrong with that. The first thing is there's not enough camera space to show when somebody actually passes you. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. If I'm here, right? I'm in the, like, pretty much the center of the road, right? Right here. If he passed me right there, I should have saw him in the corner of the screen. It should have at least showed it, right? But that never happened. And then it says that he passes me. So either there's something screwy with the rollback netcode that causes this glitch for people to win races that clearly you won. And the other thing is that the camera needs some sort of like, there needs to be I guess multiple camera angles, like a more zoomed out one, so that you can see everything around you, because that's not cool to clearly see me win and I didn't win. Like, hurt my feelings. I was hurt. It attacked me directly, man. Right? That's another thing. This one right here. Oh man, wait till you see this one. So this race right here, right? I don't know how this happened, but it happened. I got hit. Look at that. The game spun me all the way around. And I was just like, how, what? And I looked at it, I was like, okay, there's no item that did that. It just happened. Like, it just spun me all the way around. I'm in first place, immediately last place. I was like, wait a minute. That's crazy. I just stopped playing. I literally just stopped playing. I was so agitated by it. But that's something that really needs to be fixed. And that's not the first time this happens. It's just boom, like, just what? I was like, what? You're crazy. The next one, let me see. Okay. Oh, this one, I was talking about it earlier. All right. So in this race, you're going to see what I'm talking about, how the game doesn't show you when the person next to you boosts. How I can tell this, right? You see I did the flip here? I have 99 rings out of 100. 100 is the highest. There's a thing that gives you 200, but that doesn't matter, right? So I clearly boost here. The shadow next to me, you see the rockets in the back? You see how he's boosting right there, right? He boosted. But I have max rings, so after his boost wears off, we should be the same speed. Not only that, I should be faster than him because I'm using a speed car. He's using a handling car, so my overall speed should be faster than you. Then I hit this boost right here. Clearly, as you can see, I hit this boost right here, and he's still faster than me. In a handling car, your car is slower than me, and I hit the power up that makes me faster than you, and you're still somehow faster than me, and I couldn't pass him. And I was just like, how, like, mentally is demolishing my brain, because I know logic and physics. Like, you should not be faster than me no matter what. So that was one thing that threw me off too. That needed to be fixed. Another thing too, I'm gonna get to this in a minute. I'm gonna go back on one of the videos when I do. I'm gonna do a review of like the items and the power ups in a second, but. Look at how broken this power up is. Watch this. Omochao, Tornado. Okay, Tornado, fine, right? I think it's broken actually, but we'll get to that. So here we go. That shortcut is wild, by the way. That shortcut is OD. It is. All right, so check this out. All I have is a speed boost. Let's say it just gives you a boost of speed, right? Watch this. That's insane. That's insane. I think those speed boost shortcuts are like, they're like so overpowered in this game. Like, it makes no sense how overpowered it is. There's so many stages you could do it on too. If you have a speed boost, like the level that you can like shortcut people or like overcut them is crazy. It's like, you could probably, like, it happened multiple times on this stage too. You could be in like 5th to 7th place and you got one speed boost, you probably win the race. That's how ridiculously broken it is. It's pretty dumb. Now, I wanted to go over like the items, right? Really quick. I'll try to do it as fast as I can. All right, so the magnet, I think it's fair. It's basically like you put a trap down and then when they run into it, it makes them move slow. Okay, that's fair, fine. Then you have this, the goo thing before it is basically like, it's like the squid from Mario Kart. It just hinders their screen. That thing right there, just hinders the screen. The ghost, it's pretty strong. This is one where I think it goes like, I'm gonna say 5 places in front of you. It puts King Boom Boo down. and he puts this giant like these 4 tornadoes on them like the center of the map, and it like it's really big. It's a wide effect. The big truck, you turn into a big truck and you squash them. The thing that's kind of cheap about it gets the properties of a boost, so you can go over like shortcuts that would normally slow you down. Kind of stupid. I think that part should be taken out of it. The wisp, that's just the boosting, we just showed it a second ago. Like it's not that's overpowered. It's just like the level of like shortcuts you could take doing that. I think they need to fix that a little bit. It's madness. The truck, the drill. The drill is basically your all-star, like from the previous games. There's no all-star in this game, by the way. The drill is basically that. It just gives people the ability to just speed boost through the through like a bunch of enemies, and you don't have to turn. There is something that's very broken about this though. I did it on another stage. I'm gonna say it was the Seaside Hill, the Seaside Hill map. For some reason, if you use this on a part where like, let's say it's like the game is making you drift, if you use it, the game will make it so that you don't transform back in the middle of the curves. It will only transform you back when you're back in like the straight path. So you could use it. You cheat the entire shortcut of that Seaside Hill part. It's a part where you like drift like 3 or 4 times. It just does it the entire path, full max speed. It's like it's pretty ridiculous. Like that's something I think that needs to change. It should be more strategic when you use it. Like it shouldn't just play the whole shortcut for you like you are on autopilot God mode. Like that's really what it do. Right? That's one thing. What other items are there? The bomb, straightforward as a bomb. If you hold it too long, it explodes. You can throw it forward, and you can put it behind you. Tornado, I think the tornado is a little too strong. Only because I feel like if you're gonna have an item like this, you shouldn't be allowed to get it in first place. First or second, I say. Like this is like a 3rd place and back option, maybe even 4th place back option. It's basically like it protects you from everything, and it hits everything around you, and it's just there for a multitude of times. I think what they should do what the previous game had, where you add in a shield. Just have a shield, and the shield is just there for a set period of time, and then it disappears. This be a defensive item, but it doesn't hit everybody and just cheat them. Like it's fair. It would be fair like that. Like the tornado, I'm telling you, is broken in first place. It's kind of stupid. Same thing with the drill in the truck. That should be given to people like 7th place and below, something like that. Maybe the truck could be like 5th place and below, but multiple people shouldn't be getting it at the same time. There was times where 4 people got it at the same time, end of the race, and they just big trucks and just super drift through the shortcut and just win. It's kind of crazy. The rocket, there's something in this. I think it's a beta thing. This rocket is like the red shell. It's supposed to be homing. It hits you just like the red shell. That's fine. But the green rocket also has tracking to it, and I think that was not intended. I think that's just a beta thing because it works the same way as the red shell, except the only difference is that if it hits something, it disappears. That's it. So if it hits a wall, it disappears. It goes straight, but it still follows the player. Like it aims directly for the player. You don't have to really like. It's not like a green shell where you just throw it straight and it just goes a straight line. If you hit it, you hit it. If you don't, you don't. That's really it for those items. Now the last thing was the not items, the equipment. These, right? So these, I think these need a lot of reworking. And give me another song, please. All right. So these need a lot of reworking, right? These I I was looking at some of those, and the way the game was played, a lot of these are like kind of forced upon you. Like the one where you hit a person and then you boost forward because you hit them. Like you had to have that. If you were playing this beta, you know why. You had to have that on. Like you just couldn't play without it. Right? So sorry, let me just read some of them because I forgot what some of them are. I'll make this as quick as possible, like I said. So this is the warp ring. The warp ring, it gives you an item where basically it targets whoever's in front of you, no matter how far ahead they are in front of you. You basically appear over their head, kind of like a blue shell, and then you squash them, right? And it basically makes you switch places. Not switch places, it just makes you automatically get to the person in front of you. Now you would think it's super like overpowered, but it's actually not, just because there's counters to it. And then what I noticed, which is real funny that people do online, if you use the warp ring, they stop moving. They just stay still. They're basically like, oh well, if I can't win, then you can't either, and they'll just stay still. That's the counter to it. So it's like it's a baby item. It's like you think it's good because it seems kind of cheap, but it's not really as cheap as you think it is. Attack items will appear self-explanatory. It makes it so attack items appear more. Rocket punch. The rocket is bigger. I seen somebody use this one time. I didn't think it was too helpful. 3 items, and you could. Oh, this is an item swap. Actually, you could basically pocket an item and then use the other one. It's okay, but I don't see anybody really using it. Like most of the time, this game is made for like if you're in first place, the items that you pick up are supposed to like defend your position instead of like try to attack other players. Item stock 3. Self-explanatory. I don't think it's necessary. Hazards will appear more like trap items. Defense items appear more. It's pretty good. This is the one I was using. I was using boost items appear more at one point. It's cheap though. I think there's a reason why it takes 3 slots to use it, is because you actually get all of the boosts. Anything that boosts you forward, you get. So it's not just like a regular boost. You get like a turbo boost or whatever. You get the boost. You get the big truck, which is itself is a boost. You get the big drill. So it just kind of like it's sort of cheesy, but you could still get other items with it. Speedy air trick, I never used it. It's self-explanatory. I don't think it should cost 2 to do that. If you collide with somebody, you get a boost. That's the one I was talking about. Like the game's so chaotic, you had to have this. Like if you weren't playing with this, you were not winning. Straight up, you were not winning. I'm sorry, you weren't winning. I was trying this one. This is the one where you hit the panel, like the boost panel, and you keep the boost for a longer period of time. But because of what I was saying earlier, like how you saw the shadow with the handling car was just speeding past me and it didn't make sense, this didn't even help that. So it's invalidated until that scenario is fixed. Ultimate drift. I had fun with this one. If you pick Omega, which was the fastest, that was the highest boost you could get in the game. You basically make it so that like your boost is everything, and it's worth using it. If you're using a heavy vehicle, definitely use this. It is worse. I mean, it's worse. it is good to use. It's the best boost. Quick level charge, self-explanatory, but I only believe in using this with this one, the perfect drift. If you're good at drifting, if drifting is your thing, use that level 1 drift with the perfect drift. It's flawless. Like this is where the skill factor comes into the game. You equip these 2 and it's just like you basically get the speed of 2 boosts faster than you. So if you have level 1 drift, you get level 3 drift, right? It doesn't let you use level 4 drift unless you have that in. So you can use it theoretically, but you got to have it on to do it. Technical drift. Um, I didn't really understand this one. It said it would feel fast. It would feel faster in land form. Like when you're as the car, the drift feels faster, but the slide out is increased. So like you lose handling, I guess, when you release it. Um, this this one is when drifting in land. Oh right, this is the one where you can, if you drift from side to side, you keep your drift. You used to be able to do that in the previous games without any sort of equipment like this, but now in this one, when you drift, like if you drift left and then drift right, your level meter starts from the bottom, so it doesn't hold your meter of drift. It will reset it. You'll still be like how can I say, like if you're level 2 and then you're building up to level 3 and you switch, it'll start from the bottom of level 2. You won't lose the level 2, but the meter will start from the bottom, so you have to work all the way back up to get level 3. I don't think that should cost 3 slot. This section, they need an overhaul of it. The main reason is because the rings, it kind of felt useless to me, in my opinion. Like, it's supposed to be the more rings you have, the faster you are, but I've picked Sonic with the fastest car with 200 rings, and like it really, like the speed, it shows your speed on the side. It didn't make a difference. Like it didn't feel like it made a difference. I think if they changed this to level to 1 slot and then like sort of increase the rings, like make it, I would say this, make it so that every 10 rings is an increase in your top speed, and then that's it. Like you work your way building to 200 rings, so you get plus 20 top speed, and then it would actually make a difference. Everything else here is just like straightforward, like get you more rings, dash panel get you more rings, colliding get you more rings. You get top speed with less rings, which doesn't make sense, because then when you're at max rings, you're still like, it doesn't make any sense, you know? So I don't really know other than that. Like, and then the last thing is, the game, I'm not sure if I show it here, but if you know this, the game has one last vehicle set. The last set is Extreme Gear. If you don't know, Extreme Gear is from Sonic Riders. That's the hoverboard. There's a thing that they're coming out with where you play a mode where you only use that. This is why I think there should be another beta, because if you're gonna come out with something like that, you should have people test it to make sure like it's balanced in comparison to the other vehicles in the game. So like you're not stuck with like, oh, people just gonna pick Extreme Gear online and then it becomes bland to play because people are only playing with one thing. You don't want it to be like that. So come out with one more beta, and then I would say that pretty much like sums up everything. I think that's all they really need. There's nothing else, in my opinion, that they should do. I like the fact that there's 7 times, it's 28 characters, and then it says and so many more. It's probably like a whole nother set of characters. It's pretty cool. But do not make DLC where there's like Metal Sonic like in the first game, where all of his stats is just better than everybody's in the game. Don't do that. To make characters with like different balances of all the stats, like how they doing now. And I like that the characters have a set stat, and then the cars have set stats. In Mario Kart, it's like that too, but you can't see. Excuse me. You can't see the character's stat in Mario Kart. You can only see the car stat, but it does exist. Excuse me. But that's mainly it. Other than that, I think the game it's way too chaotic. But I will say this: if you want the game to be chaotic, there should be a mode for that. Like have like a mode where like all items are all go, like any place person could get any item in the game. It's just completely random. Like just do a whole chaotic mode like that, just for the fun of it. Like it just adds to the game. But for right now, for what it stands, like first place should only be getting like, I can't even say boost, because like I said, them shortcuts is ridiculous. First place should be getting like maybe like the green rocket, something to defend them. Right now they're getting the tornadoes. Like I said, the tornado should be reworked to be just a shield instead of hitting in first place specifically. Or maybe what you could do, the higher place you are, the less time the shield stays around you. Something like that. The truck, the drill, those need some rebalancing. That's mainly it, man. It's the boat needs some rework. So if you don't know, the drift button for the boat makes you hydro jump. It's from the game Hydro Thunder. It makes your boat jump, right? But the drift button is changed to that. I think they shouldn't have done that. Just make it so that like there's a drift and then you could be another button that makes you jump. Cause it's just very awkward playing it. It's like you're playing it switches the game to like a different control set in a sense. And then the plane, when you're in the plane, instead of drifting left and right, you still can, but it's made to drift like up and down and you get boost. You basically go like this and then you just boost forward and you go like this and you boost forward again. I think they need a little bit of that needs to be reworked, but other than that, it's a really fun game. I love it. I like you can paint the cars. Somebody made a supersonic car. I couldn't figure out how to change the thing to metallic. Somebody figured that out. They were able to paint the car in like metallic paint, so it looked like the car color was like supersonic. It looks pretty crazy. It's a super shadow one. But yeah, man, I love this game. I'm looking forward to it. Just I would say Sega, if you're watching, release one more closed beta. It could be open beta too. And just allow people to try that. Allow people to try that and critique it first. Sorry, I'm just getting cramped. Allow them to try it, critique it first, and then go from there. Just build on there. But that's it. Like I said, I was supposed to drop this a week ago, but it dropped now.